This is just an excerpt from a full episode. If you enjoyed what you hear here, go check out other full episodes, either on YouTube or as part of the podcast feed. Enjoy! UK lockdown news. As the UK prepares to receive its first vaccine, there's still a lot of anticipation over the order of receiving the vaccine, with the first recipients set to be frontline workers and people over 80. This leaves a lot of people still vulnerable and presumably still in lockdown. How do we keep them patiently waiting? Well, there's been a lot of talk about the effectiveness of the lockdown decision and what measures can be implemented to make the lockdown more effective. A new paper by research group SAGE, the Scientific Advisory Group for Emergencies, which, if I am being honest, sounds like they worked hard to make that acronym work. But this new paper suggests that young people told to isolate due to the coronavirus should be offered free gaming. An idea so simple that Victorians leaving lockdown are considering a trip to the UK. The new SAGE paper warns compliance with COVID-19 restrictions is substantially lower and declining among people aged 18 to 29 compared to older age groups. Though they have a strong motivation to adhere, this is undermined by a lack of trust in government and a lack of clear information. I can't think of where they would get this lack of trust from, but hey, this is the world we live in. In order to combat this, the paper recommends young people who are asked to isolate or stay at home should be given good financial and other support such as free mobile phone data, streaming, and gaming. The reasoning is that young people are more oriented towards immediate experiences and rewards rather than long-term consequences, possibly a side effect of growing up being told that their world will end within their lifetimes. Or maybe it's because they spend so much money on avocado toast. Sure, the two don't correlate, but neither does anything else that they blame avocado toast on. This is similar to the service that was initially offered to the occupants of the Ruby Princess, where they were offered free access to camgirl videos as motivation to stay on board the SS Nurgle. This is reminiscent of the musicians who kept playing while the Titanic sank, as these passengers continued to fiddle while everything around them failed. This is one of 4 recommendations in a paper called Increasing Adherence to COVID-19 Preventative Behaviours Among Young People by the Scientific Pandemic Influenza Group on Behaviours. This was considered by SAGE on the 22nd of October, 9 days before the Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced the 4-week lockdown for England, but it was only published for the first time a little while back. The paper does not go into detail on what this free gaming would involve, or how it would be distributed to the young people, though if it's anything like the lunch meals, it'll be waggled in front of them for long enough for them to get reliant on it, only for it to then be taken away.